What's up, guys? Hotshotfrontier back at it again with another video. And in this video, guys, we're gonna be doing a meta tier list post Duelist Nexus. But you guys already know I love doing tier list videos. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you're updated the moment I upload new videos. But guys, let's go over the titles. We have top meta choice. You guys already know you're gonna be seeing this deck 95% of the time. Watch out for these decks. They're high potential. And then we have, of course, high potential for decks that have maybe not fully blossomed yet, but with the new support or the right conditions, it is a deck to be feared. And of course, we have the experienced pilot, because you know the ins and outs of your deck. It may not be the top, but if you know exactly how to pilot it, you're gonna see success. And then we have tough spot, because unfortunately, not all decks can be at the top, but this format specifically, it's just in a tough spot. But who knows for the next one, right? So guys, let's go ahead and get into the first one, and that is dinos. Now look, I love dinos, okay? I'm gonna have to put this at experienced pilot, because even with the new Evolzar monster that came out in Duelist Nexus, it's not enough. We need Misk off the ban list, Konami. Do you hear me? Misk off the ban list. Even at 2, fine. But like, give it, come on. It's time. It's time. It's not gonna be like jump to like a tier 0 deck. A lot of great decks out there right now. But we need it off the list. Next up, guys, we have the Adventure Synchro Engine, and honestly, it's a deck to watch out for. Don't get me wrong, but I put it here because decks that are going to be abusing that specific engine, they're already good without that card. So adding that on, it's just wow. That's why I don't think this is a top meta choice, but it's still an amazing deck to play. Next, we have, of course, the Gold Pride Punk, and that's a deck you definitely need to watch out for. If you don't know what that deck does, then you're already like down a peg. Like you need to know what you're versing. Next we have the Rika Sun Avalon, and definitely a solid deck, solid choice for this format. It didn't get stronger with the new support, but it also didn't get weaker. So it's definitely a deck that's very unique, and just tripping off monsters with your Con is very strong. So it's something you don't want to underestimate at all. Next we have the Runic Sprite. Now bear with me because there are a lot of the Runic, the Sprite variants on this list. I didn't get everything, but there are definitely a lot of them here. And Runic Sprite is a very strong version of the variants, so definitely watch out for that. Next we have Branded, and come on, Gimmick Puppet Lock, like definitely a deck you need to watch out for. I would have put it in top meta choice, but honestly, I think it's good for watch out. Okay, next we have is Ultrageist, and that's going in high potential. It's weird because Ultrageist has always been a deck where it's like, all right, like you want to set for have a bunch of traps and just take your Ultrageist monsters and interact with your opponent on their turn, our turn, right? But now it's like a combo deck, so it's interesting how Konami has taken that support and kind of changed it around. So maybe it's like more of like a mid-range deck now. So I'm kind of curious to see where that's gonna land. I wonder how Ultrageist players are. They're like, wow, we're really happy with the support. They're like, what's going on with my deck, And guys, if I get any of these spots wrong, or you think I missed one of your decks, let me know down below as well. But next we have the Illusionist monster type, the new monster type that we got from this. And I'm actually gonna put this in high potential. Now, this is not by itself. You guys will see as we go down the list, but as a type, a new monster typing, definitely has a lot of potential. Like hopefully next set we get some really good support, follow-up support, but I guess we'll have to find out, right? Moving on with the Runic Naturia, and definitely an experienced pilot. Reason being is that the Naturia part, if you guys don't remember, did get hit on the last ban list, so it's a lot harder, and Droll is very prevalent in the meta right now. So yeah, a lot of adding cards from your deck to your hand just stops that, and it's like, whew, it's crazy. But a deck that actually might have a lot of potential is Tristina. And if you guys don't know what this deck does, this is anti-Kashtira, which is really good, right? The only thing which I don't want to put this lower, but because it is a very good deck, is that it relies on its boss monster, but maybe with some follow-up support, it'll kind of provide more boss monsters or more ways to kind of get there faster. But hey, you can book a moon your opponent's stuff, and I'm not complaining. It's a very, very top choice right now. Next we have Vanquish, and Vanquish I'm gonna put actually in Watch Out, because it's still a deck that's crazy, and especially with your placing of the zones, yeah, you could lose this deck. So definitely something you need to watch out for. And again, see, now we have the branded Chimera, and it goes right behind the branded part. So none of these are like slightly in order, but just know that like combined with the Chimera support, I feel like it's weaker than just pure branded. Just reason being is that like I don't feel like it's an interesting like mix, but I don't think you necessarily have to play that engine to do even better than what your deck is already doing right now. That's just my opinion. And then we're gonna move on to Plunder Patrol. And Plunder Patrol, honestly, I wouldn't say watch out. I'll say Experienced Pilot, because Plunder Patrol is a very good deck and it can mix itself with a lot of good hand traps. So, you know, I think with the right player behind it, it can do really good in this format. Moving on with the Marine Cess, and Marine Cess, I mean, hey, they can play Floodgates like goes a match. So definitely I would put Experienced Pilot. Definitely something you need to like, you know, watch out for. But now we have Math Mech, and it depends with Math Mech. I think it's a high potential deck right now. Math Mech itself, you know, it did get hit Circular 1, but depending on the hand traps it's playing, it's the format, it's really format dependent on like how Math Mechs will do. But it's just that with the one Circular, it's so hard to like cycle in new stuff, but it's doable. It is doable, don't get me wrong. Now we have Exo Sisters, and honestly, I would say Exo Sisters is a deck that you need to watch out for. I was really happy that I got its first place, and like I've been saying, it's been a good deck. Like it's been an amazing deck for so long. So I'm really happy I finally saw, you know, more tops, more like wins. Moving on, we have Trap Tricks, and I'm just gonna say Trick Stars. I will say high potential. Now, you guys will see there's other trap-based decks on here. We have Labyrinth, we have of course Trap Tricks, and we have the next up Dinomorphias. I feel like this deck is in the middle of those, and it's a really good deck, you know, of course. I just feel like there are better trap decks out there, again like Labyrinth, but it's still like a very high potential deck. Now we have Dinomorphias, and yeah, like I said, Experienced Pilot. I think right now it goes Labyrinth, it goes Trap Tricks, and then it goes Dinomorphias. It's just that the other two decks do more than Dinomorphias, and again, you're halving your life points all the time, so it's just really tough in time. But Dinomorphias themselves are not a bad deck. I don't want to say it is. It's just the mechanic is very risky, you guys want to say, than other trap-based decks right now. Now, we have the Visas Starfrost, we have the new monster, the Visas Armoritar, if I'm saying that right. Definitely meta, top tier. This is the Vanadium, of course, the new support, and this deck is just skyrocketed. It's a very, very good deck. Probably the best, I'd say. If I was like ranking the decks right now, definitely the top from Tristina. So yeah, just with the new support, you know, the field spell shot up in price, like it's a very good deck. That extra deck is very expensive, by the way, too. But you can do so many like Omega Cypher, Omega Rips from your opponent's hand. I think the most I've seen is 3, maybe 4. So it's pretty crazy right now. Next we have, of course, we have Sprite mixed with Live Twin. Well, Evil Twin. But I would actually put this, I don't know if that's actually better than Runic in my opinion. I'd probably put it below Runic. It's still a great deck, and again, we don't have all the variants like for hire Runic, for hire Sprite. We don't have Runic for hire Sprite, like we didn't put everything on, but definitely I believe like the Sprite variants are all on the watch out category. Next, guys, we have the Pendulum Strategy, which I'm just like blanking on right now, but definitely I would say it takes Experienced Pilot. I want to put high potential, but definitely Experienced Pilot. It's not a tough spot. This deck, again, it's just difficult. A lot of decks here, hit withdrawal is like really hard, but it's a really good strategy. Something you don't want to underestimate. You know, less people are playing it, of course, with, you know, representation, but it's still an amazing deck. Purely, definitely top of meta. I think, you know, getting hit on that last balance, people were like, wow, okay. But there was a reason for that, and now we've seen it with Duelist Nexus, so yeah. And also people want to, you know, of course, ulti rarity bump up their decks from OTS 22. So yeah, that's definitely going there. And following it up, we have Kashtira. So I would actually put, if I was gonna rank them up, Tristina's it's probably like this, or no, it's probably like this, to be honest with you. Yeah, in the correct way. But Kashtira's top deck. It's gotten hit how many times, and yeah, it's a good deck. It's still an amazing deck. Probably top, to be honest, but I think it's fighting with Manadium, so Manadome. Dark World is a high potential deck, and I like Dark World. The thing with Dark World is that the new support's really good. I wish the spell card said if this card got discarded, it had that effect too, because you know you're just milling a lot of cards as well, and if it had that effect too, you mill it, you get another effect. So it's like, you should be a little more. Lab definitely top. Like I said, top of the trap-based decks right now. So it's something I would definitely watch out for. Next we have, of course, we have Makonko. And I've seen a going first build, which is pretty cool. I'll actually put that high potential, kind of wait and see what's going on there. Rescue Ace, something you want to watch out for. I mean, it didn't get too many cards, new support cards from there, but something you definitely want to make sure you're aware of their combos, because they can definitely avoid Droll and Lockbird. Next we have Infernoble, and that definitely going top. I think, wow, a lot of people have been like reviving the deck with it. Like, it's just, with the new support, it's really, really good. So definitely, you know, watch out for that deck in the meta. Yeah, Salamangreat, first top. Tough spot, unfortunately, for Salamangreat. I love the deck, but no, it's just not it. A lot of other cyber-based decks, just way better. Scareclaw by itself, I would say tough spot. You know, mixed again with the Manadium archetype, really good, but by itself, it's just not it. Now we have Super Heavy. Super Heavy, I'd put Experienced Pilot. They can still make a really good board, but just Manadium makes a better board. We have Sword Soul, and I think it's going to take an Experienced Pilot. It's been seeing a lot of downturn in the playability of it, but it's still a good deck. Again, stuff like Droll in the format, it's going to be very hard, but you just never know. Tier limit, right? Yeah, we're going to put Experienced Pilot because I can't say this is a tough spot. Tier limits, people are still playing it, and they're doing really well. They're topping, so it's a good deck. Dragon Link, definitely watch out for. You know, it's just kind of like Dragon Link always gets a lot of support, and it's a good deck. It's very, you know, combo based, protected, and you definitely want to watch out for it. Moving on to Runic, this is pure Runic. I would say high potential for pure Runic, again with the new fusion monsters they're getting. I don't think it'll be better than Runic Sprite potentially, but it's still a really good deck by itself. Yeah, Satellar Knights, yeah, that's just going rough spot. I'm not even gonna explain that one. We have Sky Striker, and Sky Striker, definitely Experienced Pilot. Reason being is it's just more of a going second type of deck. Going first, they're not doing much, unfortunately. Evil Twins are high potential. I've seen someone, I think they mixed this with Labyrinth, so that was interesting. But the new Link monster is a very good support card for the archetype, so I can't wait to see what goes on with that. Flunderies is still a deck you want to watch out for. I think with the choices out right now, it might not be top, but it would be like, you know, third or fourth here. Definitely, you want to, you know, watch out for Flunderies. They can use a lot of crazy cards. Main deck and evenly match, hey, come on. Last but not least, Virtual World, high potential. I think they get a little stronger with finally with the synchro support, and I can't wait to see what they do with that. But guys, these are my picks for the tier list post Duelist Nexus. Let me know down below what you guys think of this list. Do you agree with my picks? And guys, if you liked this video, make sure to give it a huge like. Comment down below, should I do a hand trap tier list? Let me know, guys. I'm more than happy to do that. And guys, if you're not subscribed to the channel, what are you doing? Make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you're updated the moment I upload new videos. But guys, that's it for me. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.